Hey guys, today we're going to talk about surface area. And let me tell you right now, if you have not taken the notes and you did not draw the nets out for the one on 2D shapes into 3D shapes that was last week, you really need to do that before you do any of this. Because if you don't know the nets of your 3D shapes, then this is not going to make any sense, okay? So do that first. We are going to be talking about surface area. What surface area is literally the area of surfaces. Okay, go back. The area of all the faces or surfaces of a 3D shape. So instead of finding just the area of one shape, we're finding the area of all the shapes that make up a 3D shape. Because 3D shapes are made out of 2D shapes, and that's what our nets show. So it's kind of like the composite area we've been doing, but instead we're actually doing this shape that it says. So this is a rectangular prism that's been unfolded. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the surface area of this shape. And how we do that is, for instance, we know that the area of a rectangle is base times height, and a rectangular prism has all rectangles or squares. This is a square rectangular prism because you see that this is a 3 by 3, so the opposite sides would be 3 and 3. So I write down the areas of each one inside the shape, just like I do with composite area. So for instance, this is 3 times 3, which is 9. That's 9 inches squared. If this is 3 here, this is 3 here. When I fold it, if you can imagine, this side is the same as this side. So if this is 3, this is 3. You have to really pay attention to the relationships between these rectangles. 3 times 6 gives you 18 inches. If this side is 6, we know this side is 6. So if that's 6, and we know that this side is 3, then 6 times 3 also gives you 18. If this was 6, then this is 6. So 6 times 3 is 18. And this, if you see what I'm doing here, and you get 18 again, all of those are inches squared, as we're finding the surface area. Okay? This, whatever this rectangle is, which on this is a square, will be exactly the same as the top one because they're the bases. In a prism, the bases are the same. So that's 9 inches squared. So just like composite area, what you have to do is you have to add all of the areas together to get your surface area. So I have 18 4 times, or you can do 18 times 4, and I have 9 2 times. On a rectangular prism, you should have 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's add those together. And when you do that, you should get 90 inches squared. That is your surface area. Literally, if I took wrapping paper and I wrapped a rectangular prism, this one would need 90 square inches. Little inches of little squares. That's how many inches squared it would take to cover the whole package. So, let's go to the next one. This is a cube. Well, it's not the prettiest cube in the world, but it's a cube. If you know that it's a cube and that this is a 7 by 7, you know all of them are the same square. So if they're all the same, then 7 times 7 is 49 inches squared, and that's the same for all of them. So how many squares does it take? Well, there's 6 sides, so all you have to do with a cube is find the area of one and just multiply it by 6. And on this one, you will get 294 inches squared. Again, you're adding up the area of each one. If you want to write 49 on each square, then you can, and then add it all together, it's the same thing. The next one's a triangular prism. If you unfold a triangular prism, this is the net you get. Now, you have 2 triangles and 3 rectangles. So remember, the triangle area formula is base times height divided by 2. A rectangle is just base times height. So you have to use the correct formula in each one of these. Let's do the rectangles first. So this is, let's see, I'm probably going to have to give you another length here. I'm going to have to give you, let's see, this is 10 inches. So if this is 5 and this is 10, then I know that base times height would give me 50 inches squared. You cannot assume that all sides of a triangle are equal, because if you look, this is 6. That doesn't mean that this is the same side. This 6 shares a side with the rectangle and the triangle, okay, not this rectangle. So, if this side is 10, though, on a rectangle, the other side is 10. So 10 times 6 would be 60 inches squared for that rectangle. If you look over at the other rectangle, it gives you a side, which is 5. We know if this is 10, this is 10. 10 times 5 is 50. So 2 of these did equal, but one of them didn't. You can't just assume that all of them equal. Next, we need to find your triangles, which is base times height. If your base is 6 and your height is 6, you have to do area of a triangle, base times height, divided by 2. So 6 times 6 divided by 2. That's the base and the height have to hit a 90-degree angle. When you do that, you will get 36 divided by 2, which is 18. So this is 18 inches squared. Now on a prism, I told you on the last one, the rectangular one, opposite of the base is the other base, and they have to be exactly the same. This one is also 18 inches squared. It has the base of 6. It would also have the same height to make the shape work. So at the end, just like you do with composite area, you have to add all of the areas together. And on this you have 5 shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 2 50s, a 60, and 2 18s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to add all of those together. When you do that, you will get 196 inches squared. Again, that's the surface area. If I fold all that up around an object, then that's how much area would be needed to cover all of the surface. Okay, so if you're recovering something, or like I said, if you're wrapping a gift, that is how you can think of surface area. All right, let's do a triangular pyramid. Here we have 4 triangles. I know it's a triangular pyramid because the base would be in the middle and it's a triangle. And the pyramids have to have triangles on the side. So we have 4 triangles here. Okay, that middle triangle, you have to look at the base. The base makes a 90-degree angle to the height. So these 7s are slants. We don't measure our height by leaning over. We have to measure our height by standing straight up. So that means that this 8 meters is the height and this 5 meters is the base. So area is base times height divided by 2. That would be 5 times 8 divided by 2. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 divided by 2 is 20. So that's 20 meters on the inside. So this is 20 meters squared. Okay, that's squared. The other shapes, if you look, this has a base of 5. These have bases of 7. You cannot assume all of them are the same. You have to look. So 5 times 4 divided by 2 would be 5 times 4, base times height divided by 2. That's 20 divided by 2 is what? It's 10, so this is 10 meters squared. The next one, this is 7 times 4, so 7 times 4 divided by 2. 7 times 4 is 28. 28 divided by 2 is 14. That's 14 meters squared. And this is the same over here. It's a 7 times 4, which would be 28, and 28 divided by 2 gives you 14 again. 14 meters squared. So we have to add all these up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 shapes. So 14 plus 14 plus 20 plus 10. We add all that together. You will get 58 meters squared. That is the surface area, the area of the whole surface. Okay. Want you to pause this and try this one on your own. It's a rectangular pyramid. So pause it and try it. Okay, so what I got when I figured it all out was 118 meters squared. If you look, the opposite sides here are going to be equal and their heights are also going to be equal. So you have to look at the bases times the height and then divide by 2. Okay? So I'm going to do one more with you. and it's going to be a cylinder. So remember, circles are different. Circle area formula is pi r squared, and a cylinder has two circles. Now they will be the exact same circles, just like in prisms, how they have the same bases. So that will be 3.14, and we need the radius squared. Well, this is the diameter. To get the radius, we would have to half 7, and you will get 3.5. Then we'll do 3.5 to the second power, which is 12.25, and then times pi. Guys, I know I'm going fast, so you're going to have to pause the video at some point to catch up or to try to work it out by yourself. When you multiply all this out, you will get 38.47 inches squared. That's for each of the circles. So this is 38.47 inches squared. This one's 38.47 inches squared.
Hello.
Sorry about that. Had a little interruption. So, back to where we were. We had two circles, and then we have our rectangle in the middle. So, the rectangle in the middle is just going to be based on height. So, it's just going to be 9 times 5, which is 45 inches squared. And what you do is you just add the circles and the rectangle together to get your surface area. So, you'll add your 45 and your 38.47 twice because there's two circles. So however many shapes there are should be how many numbers you are adding together. So once you do that, you will get 121 and 94/100 inches squared as your surface area. Okay? If you need to rewatch this, rewatch it. I know it's long, but I've been very clear that these are going to be, for these couple of weeks, are going to be pretty difficult. So you got to pay attention and make sure you do what you need to do.